What's up everybody, I'm Mear and welcome back to another episode on the Kingdom Chronicles server. And today we are starting off with a third person time lapse because I wanted to get some stuff done on our island, and this is the best way to show you guys. And also I'm gonna be answering some of the questions you've left in the past couple of months. And we'll start off with the first question, which is, what is your favorite game and why? I don't really tend to do stuff with like favorite thing, because that means picking out one, and there's really good ones that are kind of sort of like in the same level area. So I'm gonna say two are my favorite games for now, and that's gonna be Life is Strange and Legend of Zelda. And that's because they're two different kinds of games, but I both really like them. Life is Strange is just such a good story, there's such good music, and it's just mind-blowing. You just need to play it to see why I call it my favorite game. And Legend of Zelda is kind of the same reasons, but it's open world, and it's one of the first games I got for my 3DS, which is how I got into gaming, so there's that value as well. Anyway, now to the next question, which is, how did you come up with your name? That's actually kind of a silly story, because I just googled some cool looking English words and changed a few letters, and that's how I came up with Serendipity, and then called it Mearendipity, and here we are today. Next question. If you could choose one thing to take to an uninhabited island, what would you take? And I think that would probably be that's kind of difficult. If you want to survive on an uninhabited island, you kind of need a knife. So I'd probably say a knife. You can do a lot of stuff with a knife. I'm in a Boy Scout, so I know quite a good way to make fire if you got a knife, and how to hunt if you got a knife. Yeah, and a knife. That will make me survive a little bit longer. How's that for an answer? Next question is, where do you see yourself in 1 year? And I don't think there'll be a lot of change in 1 year. Actually, I don't tend to change a lot in 1 year. I just want to get content out more regularly, make it a little bit better quality wise, maybe get a new laptop, but I don't think that will happen. I do want a new mic though, that would be quite cool. But yeah, I don't see that there being much stuff different in 1 year than there is right now, and I don't really need it to, so we'll see what the year brings, and maybe we'll come back to this question in a year. And then the last question, and this is kind of the interesting question for this season, is, why did you pick an ocean for your kingdom? And that is just because I wanted to build my own floating island, and I needed a lot of space for it, so I just picked an ocean. And it's gonna tie into the lore of the island later on as well, but I'm not gonna give you away too much about that right now, because we don't really have an island to build on and to start working on the lore, so that will come in through the next couple of episodes. I'm planning some lore based stuff in the future, and yeah, be sure to watch out for that content. But anyway, I can see that my base is pretty much, well, at the time it's pretty much completed, so we'll go back into first person and we'll take it from there. Alright, we've got the time lapse out of the way, and now we've got a really massive space to work on over on this side of the island. And I also added that on the other side of the island, so we got a really big space to work with. And we can't really see it that good from down here. We can't really see the scale of this thing, so I've made this thing. An unbreaking tree mending elytra, and I also added some, I made some firework rockets. So let's see, this is the first time flying on this server. Oh, look at that massive, that's absolutely insanely massive. It feels so good to be able to fly again. Awesome. But yeah, now that we got this massive space, look at that. That's insane. How I'm gonna fill this? Well, we'll need to start filling it with something. So let me lay out some basic, well, how do you call them? Like, well, you're gonna see. I'm gonna lay out some basic blocks and make some shapes with them, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. So the layout is done, so let's take a look at it. I'm gonna need to knock the rocket up. How's it looking? Okay, this is quite a good height. Let's take it in. It's quite a rough outline, but I hope it loads in properly. Oh, there we go. lag slowed me down a little bit. It's gonna be a rough outline of the mountains on our island, and it ends somewhere over here. Come on, load in. There we go. But we'll need to build them, and what the heck is that zombie doing over there? Anyway, I'm gonna kick it back into time-lapse mode, and we're gonna start working on the mountains around our central storage system. So I'm gonna cut it off somewhere over here and start building some mountains. So I know I said I was gonna do a time-lapse, but I just took a look at my resources, and I don't really have enough to start that build yet. So what I've decided to do is I'm gonna promise you to start next week's episode with that time-lapse, but today we're gonna do something different. Remember that partway? That was the partway that started hell. That is the partway that let me lose all my items. So I wanna take a quick look back at the Enderman farm that we built a couple episodes ago, just before I left on a break, and seems like some people have come over here and made the pathway a bit more safe. And now the bug that killed me is out of the game, and I came over here because I need some XP. And oh my god, that's a lot of Endermen. Oh, I don't have swiping edge on this. I'm gonna have to use my axe, and I'm gonna put my sound down before I step too close. Where's hostile creatures? There it is. Oh, just in time. Okay, so someone made this a little bit safer. Ender pearls are still, well, there's a lot of them. There's an ender chest here, perfect. There's some XP here already, let's just steal that. And then we just need to punch these guys a lot. I really need sweeping hedge on my sword. Actually, I came here to make my sword super OP. Let's check it out. We've got Unbreaking Sharpness 5 and Fire Aspect already on it. And we're gonna put Sweeping Edge 3, Knockback 2 on there, and Looting 3 as well. And I think that's all the things you can put on a sword. So that will be super OP. And it doesn't have mending yet, but I think I have a mending book in here. Perfect. Okay, so let's keep punching these guys until they drop XP, and let's get a lot of XP. Ow, that hurt. And I hope to get a sword because I want to do some end busting, because I really need some shulker boxes. And I've got some stuff prepared here. I got some iron armor and a shield, and I would have crafted some arrows, but I forgot to do that. I also have my crossbow here, which is just a spare crossbow I had. I think we need like a lot of levels, so I'm gonna cut this out to the part where we start using our anvil. Alright, so I'm fully kitted out. I've got my diamond sword, which is insanely powerful. I got my iron armor, and I'm gonna put on my iron chest plate when we get to an end city. But first we need to find one, so we're gonna ender pearl through one of these. I said ender pearl through one of these. It's because I have the shield on. What? I don't trust these at all. Okay, there we go. Okay, we made it through. Perfect. Whew, that was scary. And we're on an island over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off, and we're gonna try and find a end. How's it called? End city, that's it. I'm trying to see if I can find one from over here. We don't need to head into spawn direct, well, 0-0 direction, because that is the island. So we need to go that way and that way. So that way. So I'm gonna go head into north first, and I'll meet you guys back once I've finally found an end city. I found myself an end city. There are some shulkers here, so that's a good sign, because that's the thing I'm after. So let's break in. There should be, oh, there's a shulker there. Uh-oh, we're flying already. Perfect. I should probably put this in and this in my offhand so I can block properly. And then we're gonna, there we go. perfect. Okay, so there's some shulker cells right there, so let's take those. There we go, that's already one shulker box down. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go and concentrate now, and I'll see you guys back once I get all the loot from this place. Found another one. This one is with a ship, so I'm gonna loot that first, and then I'm gonna head over to the monstrosity over there. But I don't wanna die, so I'm gonna take it very, very slowly and very, very cautious. Look at all the stuff I've got! We've got some new pieces of armor. One has mending on it. One is just some diamond armor, I guess. We've got another elytra. We got some new tools and armor and all that amazing stuff. But most of all, we got 52 shulker shells, which is like 26 shulker boxes, which is insane. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna head back home, but I will meet you guys there next week. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm gonna end the episode right here. If you liked it, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And again, the server crashes. Bye.